Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Smita. Welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, I will be showing you Priyanka Chopra's royal bridal look. Such an easy tutorial to pull off, especially if you're planning to do your own makeup on your big day, but yet looks so classy. So if you're ready, let's jump straight into the video. If you're new to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe. I post new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Let's start by prepping the skin. I'm going to first apply some lip balm on my lips to keep it moisturized. And then for primer, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Primer. This is a silicone-based primer, so it's going to blur all those fine lines and pores. I'm going with a full coverage foundation today. This is the Artistry Youth Extend and I'm in the shade Brulee. I'm going to be applying it with a flat top kabuki brush from HipDot. It's a super soft synthetic brush. You can also use a beauty sponge, but just keep in mind a sponge gives you more sheer coverage as opposed to a brush. Applying just a foundation can make your face look flat, so to add some dimension, it's always a good idea to lightly contour your face. I'm going to be using the Elegirl Pro Conceal in the shade Bronze. I'm going to be applying it in the usual areas like the circumference of my face, in the hollows of my cheekbones, in my jawline, and to contour my nose. And I'm going to be blending everything out with a damp beauty sponge. To add to the structure and dimension, I'm going to be highlighting the high planes of my face using the Instant Age Rewind Concealer from Maybelline in the shade Honey. It's always a good idea to highlight your face, especially if you're going to an event where there's photography or flash photography, because high planes are the areas where the light reflects most. So when you use a concealer to lighten those areas, more light is attracted in those areas. It adds to the definition of your face, which gives you that extra boost and extra oomph in those pictures. I'm blending everything with a damp beauty sponge, and whatever residue is left on the sponge, I'm going to use it on my eyelids as a base for my eyeshadows. To prevent the concealer around my eyes from creasing, I'm going to set it with the Artistry Loose Powder. And then to set my face, I'm going to be using the Forever Flawless Pressed Powder from Jordana in the shade Sand. I'm going to be pressing it gently using my powder puff. Now before I jump to my eye makeup, I always like to add some extra loose powder underneath my eyes. So in case there's any fallouts from the eyeshadows, it's collected on top of that powder and you can easily dust it off later without spoiling your base makeup. For my brows, I'm going to be using the Ardell Medium Brown Pomade. Priyanka's brows are much lighter than mine, so I'm going to be using this to lighten my brows while I fill in the sparse areas using my angled brush from Doe Color. And then I'm going to use a spoolie brush to comb the hair, just so the color spreads across evenly. For her eye makeup, she went with a classic brown smoky eye, and I'll show you the easiest way to achieve them. The first step is to use kajal or a black gel liner, or a black eye pencil like me. I'm using the Jordana Easy Liner in black in the waterline and the top lash line. The next step is to smudge this. You can either use a pencil brush or you can use something that's small and fluffy like the definer brush that I'm using. Because it was not smudged in her lower lash line, I'm going to smudge this only on the top lash line. The next step is to use a brown eyeshadow on your lid. You can use any brown eyeshadow that you have. I'm going to be using DTLA from the Beauty Creations palette. I'm going to be applying it with a flat fluffy brush all the way from my lash line up to my crease. Now, because I'm applying this directly on the smudged black eye pencil, it naturally gives you that ombre effect, starting with the darkest point at the lash line, and then it becomes lighter and lighter as it goes to the crease. To further soften this up at the crease, I'm going to blend it out using my Sigma E40 blending brush. With a pencil brush, I'm going to smoke this out in my lower lash line as well, just in the outer half, just like what Priyanka had. Using my small definer brush, I'm going to go over my top lash line with a tad amount of black eyeshadow just so it doesn't look washed out. I'm pretty much done with the eyeshadow part, so I'm going to dust out all the excess powder. And then I'm going to curl my lashes and apply a coat of mascara. I'm going to be using the Mega Length Mascara from Wet n Wild. I'm not even sure if she had any false lashes on. There were just a couple pictures available online. So I'm going to use something that's very lightweight and very natural looking. These are the Foam Ink lashes from Bayfollen. And I'm going to finish up with a coat of mascara in my lower lashes. And how easy was that to create a classic brown smoky eye. For the light flush of color on the cheeks, I'm using Heartfelt from Coastal Scents. She had a very subtle highlight, so I'm using Croissant from Coastal Scents, and the way her highlighter was is it made her makeup look matte, but when she stepped out in the sun, it gave that subtle shine. So for that, I'm going to use my Hip Dot highlighter brush and dust it very lightly on the highest points of my face. For her lipstick, she went with a light berry color, and the closest match that I had in my makeup stash is actually an eye pencil. This is the On Edge Longwear eye pencil from Wet n Wild in Shock Therapy. I've always used this on my lips and never on my eyes. I think most people would do that with a color like this. I'm going to be lining my lips and filling it in using the same pencil. Using some concealer, I'm going to clean up the borders. And then I'm going to set my face and lock everything in to make my makeup long lasting using the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray. And for the finishing touches, I have some nice Kundan jewelry, a beautiful red lehenga, I have some beautiful bangles, a nice bindi, some beautiful jewelry and earrings and nose ring, and here is my final look. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up and comment below and let me know your thoughts. As always, for your convenience, I've listed all the products that I've used in the description box below. Also there you'll find links to my social media accounts, so make sure you're following me on Instagram and Facebook. I post so many other things there that I don't even showcase on YouTube. So make sure you're following me there. And stay tuned for a giveaway that's coming up next week. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with another brand new video. Bye guys.